I don't think will be here for tonight. I thought he said he would be here tonight for Singapore, but I guess not. But that's okay. We'll go with what we got. As Clicker has decided to ready up straight away, even though I don't think we've gotten the signal to do it just quite yet. His brother Camden Luca, though, had a good solid little race. Oh, there's a YouTube stream. I just heard myself there. Yeah, Camden had a really great race over at Australia last week. Got himself his first podium in Golden Class. Alright, so we are running up. I guess this is the field that we'll have. So, here we go then, I guess. Once we fade to black, we'll get the introductions underway. Hello everyone and welcome to round 12 of the Golden Class Championship here on Trinity Competitive Racing. I'm KD997, your commentator for this race, and this time we are racing at the Marina Bay Street Circuit for the Singapore Grand Prix, which was first opened up back in 2008, has the reputation of being the first ever night race to be held in Formula One, but has also had the reputation of being one of the longest racetracks in Formula One in terms of length of time, because of how many technical sections there are around this racetrack. The track now has been reconfigured as well for the 2023 season. It's now a 3-mile racetrack with about 19 turns instead of the 23 turns we used to have. They got rid of those 90-degree corners that led underneath the grandstand in the third sector. Instead, it's just a long straight, which now becomes a bus stop chicane of turn 16. It's 70. There are three DRS zones that lie around the racetrack. One that leads down the main straightaway towards turn 1. The other one at the exit of turn 5 that leads down Raffles Boulevard into turn 7, which is probably one of the more ideal overtaking spots on the racetrack. The other one is at the exit of turn 13 that leads into turn 14 over the Esplanade Bridge. Pretty much turn 1, turn 7 are the more ideal overtaking spots on the racetrack, but the drivers will have to be in mind that this track is tight and technical. I was going to say twisty. I don't know why I was going to say that. But anyway, now tight and technical. So yeah, you got to be very mindful about that. And of course, you got walls lying around every single corner because it is obviously a street circuit. And hopefully we do not get any wet weather racing here at Singapore, because it tends to be quite a long time if we get a wet race here at Singapore. But yeah, normally it does tend to rain because thanks to this place being close to the equator. Now, before we go fully focusing on qualifying, there is a little bit of news to go through first from the previous race at Melbourne, and there are quite a doozy amount of incidents that were reported. One of which was an incident involving D-Swish and Carson. We actually caught that bit on the first lap that resulted in D-Swish getting a 10-second penalty and 2 penalty points for spinning Carson out. And then another bit in the sprint was involving Whisper and oh goodness, what was this again? It doesn't really say who it was. Anyways, he got involved in another collision. He was given a 5-second time penalty and a penalty point in the sprint race. In the main race, it was a 10-second penalty and 3 license points to Case for causing a severe collision with multiple cars. Another one was involving Whisper again, this time for causing a minor collision and an illegal overtake. And then the second one was, the final one was actually, no, a couple more. The other one was an incident involving Carson and Whisper, that resulted in Carson getting a 10-second time penalty and 2 license points. The final one is a removal of 5-second time penalty that Lion got in the sprints due to an illegal overtake that was caused on the first lap. So in the final results, pretty much in the sprints, Lion would finish in 3rd, Whisper would finish in 11th, and then in the main race, it would be Whisper finishing in 10th. Carson was pretty much out of the race anyway. He DNF'd. And then, let me go over this again. Cakes got a 10-second penalty. So Cakes would be dropped down to 12th position after the final results. In the Drivers' Championship, it's currently GTR Lion that's leading the way on 218 points, followed by Remsley, his teammate, in 2nd with 165. It's 53 points separating these two. Now, there is another scenario as well in this race tonight. If Lion can outscore his teammate by 25 points or more in this race, with only 4 more rounds to go, Lion will become Golden Class champion. If it doesn't happen, then we will continue on with less than 4 rounds to go. In 3rd is Raikkonen at 121, followed by Rockstar in 4th with 76. And then Camden Luca rounds out the top 5 with 66 points. And something I actually failed to mention, but Alpine last week did claim the Constructors' Championship, so congratulations to Alpine on a very dominant season for them. They finished off with 383 points, or, well, they're leading on the way of 383 points, I should say. Nearly over 200 points ahead, or less than 200 points, I should say, behind, ahead of, goodness me, ahead of Haas, who have 187 points. Aston Martin in 3rd with 128, Alfa Romeo in 4th with 117, and then Williams rounds it off with 95 points. So, that is pretty much it in terms of news. We can now fully focus into qualifying. Got only 3 times on the board, only 12 cars on the grid for tonight's event. Remsley with a top time of a 1 minute 29.584. Cameron Luca in 2nd with a 1 minute 30.3. That's now beaten by his little brother Kluka with a 1 minute 30.1. That's a very good time there by Kluka nonetheless. Giggle in 5th now with a 1 minute 31.4 as Rizzi goes to 2nd with a 1:30.0. Raikkonen right behind them with a 1 minute 36.2. Not a very competitive lap, but still got a bit of time to go. So, also with this new layout, the lap time should be getting quicker as well compared to what they used to be in the older layout as well. So we could see times possibly in the 28s, I reckon, for pole position, but we'll wait and see. Remsley right now has got the first time into the 29 range. As Anakol will cross the start finish line just at a 129.962 as I speak of that. He's only less than 4 tenths behind Remsley at the moment. Rockstar will be getting ready as well. The British driver just weaving about getting temperature in his tires. Also riding the brake and accelerator, of course, to get more temperature into those soft tires. Alright, his second podium last week at Melbourne. Let's see what he can do. We're on board with the British driver. Give you a proper tour of the racetrack here at Singapore. Down the main straightaway towards turn 1. Entry speed at over 182 miles an hour. Down to 4th gear. Uses the curves at turns 1 and 2, but probably a bit too much there at turn 2. You did see him miss the apex by pretty much a mile at turn 3. Around turn 5. We'll open the DRS. We'll head up towards turn 7. The little kinkier here, that is turn 6. As he heads up towards now turn 7. Down to 4th gear. Uses the outside curve as well as he heads up towards now turn 8. Bit of a cute angled corner here as he makes his way up towards now turn 9. 4th gear. Gets through there pretty nice. Like I said, though, that first sector time is definitely going to be really costly in this lap. Around the former Singapore sling, that little chicane but that we used to have in Formula 1 from 2008 to 2012. Through the Anderson Bridge, around turn 13, opens the DRS again, heads up towards now turn 14. 7th gear brings it down to 3rd, apex speed of 60.9 miles an hour as he makes his way out the exit of turn 14. Now heads up towards the bus stop chicane of turn 16 and 17. So that's a long straight now, cuts through a lot of what the old third sector used to be. Fourth gear through turn 16 and 17, and now up to the final two turns at turns 18 and 19. Sixth gear, around the final corner, across the line, it's a 130.6. But definitely can find a lot more time, I reckon, than that. Because, yeah, he, like I said, that turn 2 and 3 was a bit of a mess. Because, yeah, he used a lot of that curb, and then he just missed the apex by a mile. Let's see here. GTR line, our championship leader, is in 5th, I have just noticed there. Did a 1 minute 30.2, so he's still a little bit further away from his teammate at the moment. Sir Charles on an outlap as well. A few cars still in the pit lane. Whisper, I think if I remember correctly, in the steward reports, or in the penalty reports, penalty points tab, that he still has yet to serve as Sir Charles cuts the track. I think Whisper still has to serve a back of a grid penalty, also known as a qualifying ban. So he might be serving, I think, for this race. Both Red Bulls coming out simultaneously. Both Zionical and Kluka. Kluka being the lead car coming out of the pit lane. There's Mr. Remsley there, our current pole sitter at the moment by less than 0.4 of a second to Zionical at the moment. As we got about 8.5 minutes left of qualifying, Sir Charles will start his flying lap. Makes his way around the final corner, back onto the main straight. Heads up towards turn 1. Entry speed about 187 miles an hour. And then heads through turn 1, 2, and turn 3. Maybe a little bit of a messy turn 3, but gets through it nonetheless. Red Bull there, gain out of the way as well. Up towards now turn 5. Another Red Bull there as well, gain out of the way. That's a good job by both of those guys. Sir Charles now makes his way up towards the first sector split. Is that a 26.8? That's actually a pretty good first sector from Sir Charles. That's a very respectful first sector. Clobbers a lot of the entry to turn 8, and I think he might have tapped the wall there at turn 9. Or the exit turn 8. Oh, he definitely tapped the wall there at turn 9. That was pretty evident. Could have suffered damage, I believe, on that occasion. We'll see how he progresses here. Through the Anderson Bridge. And then around the hairpin of turn 13. Go up with the DRS. Head up towards turn 14. 104.7, so he's not really looking quick on this lap, if I'm totally fair on that. But I think that's mainly because of him hitting the walls quite a bit there at turns 8 and 9. Remsley, meanwhile, as you just saw, is down by 87 thousandths. Can he find any more time, though, in this middle sector? Two more cars in front of him. Haas and a Red Bull there gain out of the way. Remsley's middle sector says he's up by just nearly 2.5 tenths. With that sort of improvement, he can definitely get into the 1 minute 29.3s. As Camden Luca now goes to P2 with a 129.7. Very strong lap from Camden. Remsley around the bus stop chicane. Heading up towards the final two turns of the racetrack. 6th gear. Very interesting. I don't see drivers have to go down to 5th around those last couple of corners. Remsley now improves on his time by nearly over 3/10 to a 1 minute 29.210. Rockstar now goes to P3 with a 129.7. I definitely figured he had a lot more time in that lap as well. Very good indeed there from Rockstar. Zionical is up by nearly 1/10 of a second to the first sector as he heads up towards turn 8. 3rd gear hugs the inside apex. Gets through there very nicely done. Now we'll head up towards turn number 9. Gets through there very cleanly. Now to the Singapore Sling. Brings it down to 3rd. Maybe missing the curb just a little bit. You definitely want to try to abuse the curb as much as you possibly can. Just make sure you don't abuse it too much to where the car just bottoms out. As line now goes to P2 with a 129.5. Zionical heads up towards the middle sector. The clock says for him, he's up by 3/10. With that improvement, he can definitely jump Camden Luca on the second row. as we got about 5.5 minutes to go here in this quali session. Zyonical is also almost out of fuel too, as he has the flashing fuel icon on the bottom left side of his telemetry. Around the final corner, now comes Ionical. It will be a 129.3. He actually improves by 0.6 of a second in that final sector. Very good lap indeed. So now he's on the front row, at least for the moment, and about just little less than a 1/10.5 off of Remsley. At least I think that's what it is. Yeah, a little less than a 1/10. Kluker jumps up to P6 with a 129.842. Kluker looking very good in this quali session, at least so far. So far, if I've seen from Kluker in terms of his performances in the Golden Class, he hasn't really been, like, up there in some cases. I think it's just obviously because he's a Silver Class driver and trying to adjust to no ABS, but he's actually adjusting quite well so far in this qualifying session. It's very good so far to see him towards the mid pack. Alright, so 2 drivers yet to set lap times. I know Whisper, like I've said, has got a back of the grid penalty that he has yet to serve. Does Cakes have one too? Oh, he does. Okay. That explains why he hasn't gone out as well. Okay, so it's just those two that have back of the grid penalties. That makes a lot of sense. Alright, so we got 3.5 minutes to go. Camden's come out a little early, I'd say. It's only 3.5 minutes to go in this quali session, but the track obviously will be ramping up, but as he left a bit too much time for him to get out. In order for you to get the best lap time, obviously you want to come out as late as possible, because that's where you have, that way you've got a lot of the track rubber laid out for you. Fair enough, whatever you want to do there, Camden. Ramsley's also out and about as well. Camden's cutting quite a bit of the track as well. I noticed he cut turn 7, and he now just cut turn 11 at the Singapore sling. Maybe he thinks, I guess, if he makes a mistake, then he can go for another lap. And honestly, I don't think that... The way he's pushing, it's like, you don't really want to push on your at lap. You want to have the tires as good as possible. And not only that, he hasn't really warmed them significantly. Unless he's like doing a preparation lap that I don't know of, but we'll wait and see. He has the battery on, that definitely tells me he's pushing. So, okay. This will be Camden's lap here. Maybe his final lap of qualifying, we'll wait and see. As he heads through turns 1, 2, and 3. The yellow flags are out for, I think that's for Remsley trying to warm up his tires. To the kink of turn 4, up towards turn 5. Brings it down to 4th gear. Opens the DRS, will head up towards now turn 7. Alright, let's see what the clock says for Camden. The clock says he's up by only 34 thousandths. Still an improvement nonetheless, but I think he would need to find a bit more than that. As he heads around turn 9. Clobbers the curve there at turn 9. Definitely clobbered quite a bit. It might have cost him a bit of time. Heads through now turn 10 through 11. 12 over the Anderson Bridge. Brings it down to 2nd. Short shift into 3rd and clobbers the curve again. That was not really the greatest entry to turn 13, if I'm totally fair. A 1/10 of a second up though. So he has found some time, but I don't think that's enough to gain a position. We'll wait and see what he does. Meanwhile, Remsley is down by 38,000. We'll keep an eye on him as well. Our current pole sitter, saying at the top of the 129.2. Camden Luca will cross the line. It's a 129.310. He misses out by a 1/10 to Remsley. Remsley, though, he's found a lot of time in that middle sector. He's up by nearly 2/10. He's got a Haas in front of him of Raikkonen, who really does need to get Oh, that was tight. Still didn't impede him, but that was a bit touch and go, if I'm totally fair. Anyway, he'll head up towards the final couple of corners, and we'll cross the line. Will this be a 28? No, it's not. It's a 29-1. He only improves by 69 thousandths. He was up by 2/10. He lost so much time in that final sector. Zionical getting ready for a lap. This will be their last laps as the clock has now hit 0. Zionical heading up towards turn 5. He's got a Haas in front of him. Is that Raikkonen? I think that is Raikkonen, I believe. He is awfully close to him. Clock says he's up by nearly 2/10. I think Raikkonen's just backed out, so he will not continue forward in this lap. Lion, our championship leader, meanwhile makes his way around turn 13, heading up towards the middle sector. The clock says for Lion, he's down by 93 thousandths. That's not good news for Lion. He needs to find a lot more time as Rizzy goes to 4th with a 1:29.4. So Zionical's looking really good on this lap. He's up by nearly 2/10. Definitely can push for pole here. Can he get more up on the time? The clock says he's up by a 10th as Lion goes to 2nd with a 29.2. So he's lost time in that middle sector. He needs to find more in this final sector as Kluka goes to P6 still with a 29.6. Doesn't improve on position but improves on time. Zionical, meanwhile, the other Red Bull will cross the line. Is it enough? No, it is not. He misses out by 5 thousandths to Remsley. 5 thousandths of a second. He misses out on pole position. But what an end to qualifying from everybody, pretty much. Everybody within half a second separated. Over half a second. That's nuts. That's really nuts. Very good lap times by the top 8. But Remsley, though, crucially, will start on pole. Crucially for the sake of his championship. The close qualifying between the top 2. Only missed out by 5 thousandths. If he did not lose time in that middle sector, he definitely would have gotten pole. I think he would have actually gotten the 28s if he didn't lose time. But nevertheless, Ramsey will be on pole. Zionical in 2nd. Lion, Camden, Luca, Rizzy, Rockstar, Kluka, Sir Charles, Giggle, Raikkonen, who did actually get time on the intermediate tires. We'll start from 10th, and then Whisper and Cakes, who did serve their back of the grid penalties, will start in 11th and 12th. Alright, now we just wait for the main race. Looks like clear skies to me. No clouds in sight, although I really can't tell considering the fact it is a night race here at Singapore. That is honestly one of the few tracks I would love to go see, is the Marina Bay Street Circuit. It does look cool, though. I will say that. I will give them credit for it. It's a great atmosphere whenever you head to Singapore. Just wish the racing was better. We'll wait and see what happens here for this race. So, we'll have about, I think, still 31 laps around this place. Yeah, should be still 31 laps. Main thing is, at least we'll get through this. That's obviously the main thing. Maybe quicker than expected, considering that we won't have wet weather racing. Unless there was also safety cars that can be involved. That is a thing around Singapore. Just waiting on Camden to give us the signal. There's no formation lap, so we will go straight into the race. Considering the formation lap is still kind of broken in this game. Might be Camden telling everyone to ready up. There we go. He has given the signal. So he has readied up. That isn't quite nice there for us, now, is it? Everyone is washed. Alright, well, here we go. We got the race going. 5 red lights in front of us. 31 laps ahead. And we are underway here at Singapore. Nice start by the Alpine of Remsley as they make their way up towards turn 1. And also nice start by Lion as well. He's up to P2 already at the first corner. Some shenanigans going out towards the mid-pack as well. Sir Charles and Kluka battling away. Raikkonen and Whisper also battling away as well for 10th position. As we head up towards now turn 7 we go. Cars shuffling about, a little bit of side-by-side action between Cakes and Whisper in the background as they make their way up towards turn 7. No further actions here from what I can see. No maneuvers, I should say, so far. Everyone's getting through relatively swiftly so far. All single file, at least for now, as they funnel their way up towards turn 9. Good start by the Ferraris. They're making a couple of spots. Giggle up to 9th. Actually, I think Giggle might have stayed in 9th, but Whisper's gained. Oh, he's one wide, really wide. Dearie me. What has happened to Whisper? He ran extremely wide at turn 10. Locked the rears, but he managed to keep the car going. The other Ferrari has spun. That's Giggle. It's a virtual safety car. He's destroyed his front wing at the exit of turn 12, leading up to at the exit of the Anderson. At the exit of the Anderson Bridge. Virtual safety car has been deployed. Let's see what the tires are. Everyone's on. Oh, alright. Well, that's very interesting. Everyone's on the medium tires except for 2. That being Kluka and Raikkonen. My mic sounds weird. What? Is it too low? Just let me know if I have any issues. Anyway, virtual safety car is out and about. Giggle is coming into the pits. Obviously no surprise, front wings change. Alright, tires at the ready for Giggle. Unfortunate there for the Ferrari driver. He's down all the way to last. He'll have to get a safety car to get him back into this race. Canada look under pressure from C. Rizzi as he makes his way up towards turn 7. The Alpha down the inside. He gets up to 4th place ahead of the Haas. Stays in front at least for now. Yeah. Fair enough, I guess. Or maybe it's just my voice. Some people say I do sound a bit like Lance Stroll. Even though I'm not Canadian, I'm actually American. Well, meanwhile, it seems like it's been the story of the season. Alpine 1-2. Ramsey, though, leading the way. Lion in 2nd at the moment. Remember I said in the intro, he has to outscore Ramsey by 25 points or more to get the championship here in this race. So basically, essentially, he needs to win this race and hope for Ramsey to be outside the points. That's it. Okay, well, I have it a bit closer to my mouth. But anyway, yeah, I don't usually have my audio playing through my computer because I usually keep my eye on the stream. Yeah, don't need the distraction of hearing myself talk as Cake sets the fastest lap with a 37.9. DRS now enabled. And pretty much the top 10 is literally less than a second from each other. So essentially the top 10 is going to get DRS. I'm so less happy than Lance Stroll. Well, at least I'm not pushing his physicist. Or his trainer. Was it his No, it was his trainer. Sorry. Yeah, when he did that at Qatar. Ramsley has definitely fallen out of the 1 second range. He's now 1.1 seconds behind Zionico. He needs to get back with him with a second in order to get DRS. I know you're joking, Forzan. Meanwhile, though, a bit of a slide there from Rizzi. Definitely losing a bit of traction there at the exit of turn 13. But still, I think he's still keeping up with the top 3 for DRS. Meanwhile, his teammates, that's tight. Cake skinned by Kluka there to turn 14. Gets through, but definitely has lost DRS to Sir Charles. And now here comes GTM Whisper, just to sail past the Red Bull. And moves to 9th position. Lion now sets the fastest lap of the race, a 1 minute 33.6. That's now beaten by Sir Charles with a 33.579. Through turn 3 up towards turn 5. That cake there is turn 4 if you're wondering. This course, not turn 4. DRS wide open for Lion. Not quite close enough though, obviously, to attack. Yeah, it's going to be pretty much like this story in this race. It was a misinput. Luca's in a little bit of trouble. He's falling a little bit close out of that 1 second range. He needs to get that back if he wants to get DRS on C. Rizzi and keep up with the top 4. Another thing I haven't mentioned as well in this track is that the ERS management is quite tricky, considering the fact it's hard to retain it back here in this place. Actually, I'll keep tabs on that. Camden's got 57, so he's doing alright. Just needs to keep up. Zionco's got 81, Lion's got 55. Remsley, unsurprisingly, has the most out of anybody with 95%. That's also been his story of the season so far too. He does very well on ERS management. Ramsley does. Always I see him, he's nearly at over 90% majority of the time. He's doing quite well at the moment as far as ERS management goes. Zionico just gets DRS even though he is clutching down in that 1 second range. Top 7 still within DRS touch, just. We'll get rid of that, for at least for now. We'll use it maybe later. Whisper not close enough to overtake Cakes there into turn 7, has to stay behind. As Giggle, oh dear, it's gone from bad to worse for the other Ferrari driver. A 3 second penalty for multiple warnings. He did that at the final corner. Must have ran wide, I'm gonna assume. It's a very common thing to do. Kluka, though, has lost a lot of pace here. Well, I mean, fairness, he is on the hards. But it's kind of showing to me that the mediums seem to be the better tire than the hards. Interesting. I thought it would be a bit even with the hards and mediums around this place. Speaking of DRS losses here, Zonico has lost touch to the top 2. And now is under threat from C. Rizzi. Not quite close. See if he'll line up a move here at turn 1. Get through the final corners here. Oh, that's a catch. Good catch here from Zionico. And Rizzi backs out. I thought he would have gone for the move. He had all the momentum in the world to pass him. But no, he just decided to stay behind the Red Bull for another day. I guess he'll try at turn 7, see what he can come up with. He'll have DRS again. He's definitely a lot closer this time. It's not going to be totally straightforward, but it will be straightforward nonetheless. He gets through. And Rockstar, Well, it was a bit touch and go as well between him and Camden Luca there at turn 7, but he still gets the move done nonetheless. He's now up into 5th place. Yeah, Alpines are just storming away right now. Yellows at sector 1. That's for the Ferrari of Giggle. I think at turn 3. Gets it going again. Poor Giggle. He really needs a safety car to get back in this. 7/10 the margin between these two, though. Honestly, if I had to reckon, I don't think the championship's going to be wrapped up just quite yet. I know it's still early, though. But, yeah, I don't think Lion will wrap it up just quite yet. Now watch me take curse that. Oh, Zyoko again has the same moment he had a lap ago. Running wide at turns 18 and 19, using all the outside curb. I think he also had a bit of rear locking. That's definitely quite a bit of rear locking. Turn 3. Still keeps it going, but yeah, he's not doing quite well there. He's kind of struggling a bit on pace with these little mistakes he's making. Well, here comes Rockstar. Jeez, look at the speed of that Aston. Compared to the Red Bull, he was just a piece of paper on the racetrack. He goes up significantly. So yeah, it definitely tells me that Rockstar's got less downforce compared to Zionico. I mean, of course, then you have the sheer power of DRS, but still, though. Round 13. And back on to Esplanade Drive over the bridge. Rockstar's next target will be the Alfa Romeo C. Rizzi. He's 8/10 behind the Alfa at the moment. See a lot of rubber there being laid out at turn 16 from all the drivers locking up. Of course, they aren't using any assist apart from Racing Line in this tier. Yeah, so far nothing doing. Yellow flags at sector 3. That's Kluka. That's gone off the track there at turn 17. He'll get the car going again. Seems like it's back to business as usual for Kluka, unfortunately. Having a bit of incidents there. Had a good qualifying, just hasn't had the strong race. Not yet, at least. Oh, this is going to be unfortunate for Giggle. He's going to be lapped, it looks like. He's a minute and 17 behind the next car. So he did get damaged, I'm guessing, from when he spun at turn 3. He must have hit the wall or something. Yeah, now he's under threat from being lapped by the leading cars. Yellow flags in sector 2. That is for Kluka again. This time at the exit of turn 7. And he gets it going again. I can only tell that because of the blue dot on the minimap going. Camden losing quite a bit of ground here to some of the group. He's got his little group forming of Sir Charles and Cakes and Whisper. A little bit of a train, pretty much. The story of Singapore, a bunch of DRS trains in groups. Camden covering the inside line to defend, to break the slipstream from Sir Charles, and Sir Charles can't really do anything about that. He's not close enough, and running wide, that's Cakes. I think. He looked like he went extremely deep or something at turn 2. Or that could have been lag, I don't know. Kluka again has spun now at the final corner. And he'll get it going again. Sir Charles, ooh, not close enough. Zionical, 3-second time penalty. Multiple warnings. That must have happened. Where does that happen? Has that happened at turn 8? Or did he just run wide at 7? That's at least a Only thing I can come up with. He can't do it at turn 8. Surely. There's no way for you to run off. The Camden choo-choo train still forming along as we head around turn 13. I see Raikkonen in the background as well. He's only 2 seconds behind Whisper, who's also, he started this race on the hard compound tire. Yeah, he'll definitely need to try to close up a little bit more. There'll probably be a phase soon where the hard tire should be in form. Oh my, Sir Charles. Oh, how on earth did you keep that thing pointing in the right direction? Some people are not enjoying those final 2 turns. Saw that with Zionical, and now I'm seeing that a little bit with Sir Charles. Little lag spice, I think, there too. I just noticed. Well, Charles line up a move. He doesn't have much battery, but he is a lot closer to the Haas. He'll line up a move. Here we go. Into turn 7. What was the curve there on the outside? Car nearly bottomed out, but still gets through. He's now up into P6. Also in range of gains, Zionical, and penalties. Even I know it's a bit early for me to say that, but yeah. He's got a 3-second time penalty. Him and Giggle are the only drivers on this field so far that have got penalties. Let's see. Meanwhile, though, Rockstar still keeping up with Rizzy. Still keeping him in touch. ERS management looking quite grim, though, for Rockstar. But good for Rizzy. He's got 9 10s and he's got 40% battery compared to Rockstar, who has 5. Top 2. Well, Remsley, though. This guy does not have any... has not used a single ounce of his battery at all in this race. Nearly at 100%, his teammates at 50%. That is just something. That's actually really good technique. I don't know how he does it. That's pretty good. Alright, well, just Rockstar light up a move here on Rizzy. Rizzy doesn't feel too threatened, I don't think. You know, he's got the Aston with DRS. The Aston will not close up enough to attack him. And a bit of rear locking, but still gets to the corner there. Let's see here. Cakes. Sir Charles, the other Alfa Romeo battling the other Aston Martin for what is 6th position. Cakes, though, losing ground to Sir Charles as they make the way. Oh, that's why. That's quite wide there from Sir Charles. Oh, but then Cakes does the same thing. He spins. Oh, no. He spins at turn 11. Throwing what was potentially 6th position he was going to fight for. He's thrown it away at the Anderson Bridge. He's got damage to his front wing, and he'll have to get that front wing fixed. Very, very unfortunate. Well, that'll give Sir Charles at least a little bit of breathing room. Well, now at least got a battle for 7th now. Between Whisper, Camden, and Raikkonen. Safety car! Safety car's been deployed! Really? Oh my goodness, Case has destroyed more of his way. That's why we have the safety car out. And Diana Cole and Sir Charles are into the pits. Whisper in as well. Camden Lucas and Raikkonen's coming. That's early for Raikkonen. So he's going to go from the hards to the mediums. Whilst everyone else will pit from the mediums to the hards. Yeah, there's no way Raikkonen's going to make it to the end on those things. No way. Well, there you go. Hards bolted for Zionical, Sir Charles, Camden, Whisper, and Cakes. Raikkonen did not pit for that. He pit for mediums because he started on the hard tire. Well then, this has changed a little bit of everything, hasn't it? So, Alpines are going to definitely double stack, no question, but I don't think Lion will lose position. Or at least he shouldn't lose position. Because Rizzy's about, I said it was 4 seconds, it's now 2.5. I don't know where he is. Normally the game's stupid with this whole Delta system. Worst thing in the world. Lion's just trying to back up. Oh, that makes sense. Lion's just trying to back up so that he doesn't get too affected by the double stack. Yeah, I think Lion should be okay. Yeah, 2.8 seconds is the margin. The double stack, though, will cost Lion about a couple of seconds, but it shouldn't affect him too badly. Alright, they're both in the pits. Rizzy's in, same with Rockstar. Where's Ionical? He is right now coming down the straight. Soft tires for Remsley! What? Lion's also on the soft tires! Both Alpines on the softs! Oh, Lion has lost the position. I'm sorry to say that. I was wrong. Why are both Alpines on the softs? Those things are definitely not making it to the end. They're gonna have to make another stop. Was there a wrong strategy call? Or something, or what? Did Zionico get Rockstar out of the pit? He has got him out of the pits. So Zionico gains a spot out of this whole safety car. That I did not expect. He literally just got him as soon as they got to the control line. Or the safety car line, sorry. Both Alpines though on the softs. Now what? Why? There's over like 20. There's less than 20 laps to go. Those things are gonna burn up by 5 laps or so. Unless they're gonna pray for another safety car. But if that's the case, they're both screwed. This might just hand Rizzy the win here. Because he doesn't have to make another stop. Those hearts can make it. They will make it without question. The soft tires, definitely not. But no, it's not one Alpine, it's both Alpines. They both decide to go on the same strategy. I am seriously dumbfounded by that. Because if you ever race Singapore, tire temperatures around here is not the easiest thing to deal with around Singapore. It really isn't. Just because of how technical nature that circuit is. Well, honestly, if I was in Rizzy's shoes, I would, because Lion's going to be quick on those tires. Just let Lion through and just run your own race until these top two have got a pit. The top two. I think I meant to say both Alpines have to pit again. Unless, of course, that will come another safety car. If that happens, then my guess is that they would pit for the I guess for the meters. I don't know what their game plan is. If that's what their game plan is, I mean that's a pretty big gamble to beg for another safety car to come out. But then again, why didn't they go for the hards? Yeah, it's easily a medium hard or hard medium strategy. Yeah, like I said, the softs are just absolutely useless. They are useless around here. Alright, well, let's see if they prove me wrong. Still got a bit of ways to go with the safety car. Giggle hasn't caught up yet. Kluka will catch up. But Giggle is at turn 7. Well, he's about to approach turn 7. if the safety car comes in, he's not going to make it in time. I don't think, for Giggle. And considering the fact he was over a minute behind the next car. That was the end of the middle sector. No safety car end indicated, so we'll go for another lap. So Giggle will have another chance to try to catch up to this pack of cars. Yeah, no call from race control, so yep, we're going for another lap. Yeah, Giggle is just coming out of turn 14, so yeah, he should be able to catch I probably would say by turn 8 is when he should be able to catch him as Kluka goes into pit lane. Or turn 8, maybe turn 7, actually. Considering where the safety car is. Yeah, he's just coming around now. Turns 1, 2, and 3. Kluka 2 has also bolted on the side. Why? That is seriously early. Well, not only that, like I said, I mean, I'm sounding like a broken record. It's just useless. Go on those tires. And it looks like he has caught them by turn 8, so I actually was correct. Hey, I pat myself on the back for correcting myself on Giggle's time to get back up to the field. I thought it was just going to be a little earlier he would catch him. Well done, Katie. You definitely predicted that correctly. Alright, well, Kluka will be in the back of this queue by the time they get out of the Singapore sling, so this will mean we'll get the green flag racing underway soon. I forgot to get that out of the way. So we won't need that for now. The telemetry. I was just only using it for a brief moment, and then I forgot I had it on for a while. Alright, well there you go. Safety car is in this lap by race control. Best of luck to the Alpines. You're gonna need it there with these tires. You'll be quick for a bit, but then after that, those tires will fall. Oh, that explains it. It's raining. Wait a minute. It's raining. That explains a lot. Oh my gosh. I really have been fooled. It's starting to rain here at Singapore. Look, there's raindrops. I see them. They went on the softest compound as possible. They have not gone this incorrect. They've gone it correct. As they're now back under green. Everyone else has been fooled by the Alpines, including myself. We're back into green here at Singapore. No, they got it absolutely correct. Because if you're on the soft tire, that's the tire you want to be on for when the wet weather transitions. Into me is for Kluka. So he's in the first. He's the first guy to box on those tires. He's gonna gamble already. Braikenen's it as well, and same with Cakes. All three of them are gambling on the intermediate tires, but I don't think it's dry enough yet, or wet enough yet. Oh no! His line gets tags C Rizzy there at turn 7. Rizzy is retired as well, and a safety car has come out again. Oh, that is going to hurt anybody that just pitted for the intermediates. Because they will not gain anything out of this. Rizzy has crashed at turn 7 when he was trying to recover. I don't know if he got collected. I'll have a look. I don't see any damage from anybody. But yeah, Lion was trying to go around the outside from what it looked like. And then I think what happened in that vantage point, I want to say that Rizzy clipped the curb and then his car bounced into the Alpine. So I don't think that was really Lion's fault, if I'm totally, if you want me to give a steward's POV on that. Alright, well, Alpines are in. Cyanical stays out. He's not coming into the pits. Rockstar's in. Both Astons are in. Candid's got a penalty as well. Whisper stays out. Intermediate tires and another double stack for Alpine again. Everyone's going to bolt onto the intermediate tires. This double stack is also going to hurt Sir Charles too. This definitely has hurt GTR line. He's now behind Camden Luca. The top two, though, decided to stay out. As you can see, though, it is not wet enough just quite yet, but it is still raining here at Singapore. How long is this rain gonna last? How long? Is it gonna get heavier? Is it gonna not get heavier? I don't know. Like I said, I didn't get a weather report. I honestly don't think, well, if this was still in the green, the intermediates would not be the right tire yet, but it will get wetter as we go along. If we do see the spray coming off the cars, that definitely gives me an indication that the intermediates is the way to go. But right now, I don't think it is. Well, but no, the Alpines completely fooled me in terms of that. I didn't know that it was gonna rain, and like I said, I thought they completely screwed up the strategy. They didn't really initially. No, they did it correct. They pitted for the soft tire because they knew that when the weather was coming, or the wet weather was coming, that the soft would be the best tire to go to until you have to transition to the intermediates. Alright. Let's take a pause then, I guess. So, Kluka's on the mediums. Interesting decision, I guess. I guess he's gonna gamble for it to dry up soon. I mean, judging by the rain, it's still raining, but it's not like it's gotten to the point where the track is gonna transition to the intermediates. No way. There's no spray. It doesn't look greasy. It slightly looks greasy, but not like too greasy, if you know what I mean. Like, it's not greasy enough to be worrying about the track. This is a weird period. Also, I have noticed is that the raindrops haven't been too visual, I guess you could say, on the halo. Now that's another thing I can also say. If there is wet weather conditions, the halo also needs to be wet as well. Okay, the track has gotten to look a little bit shiny. I have noticed that. And I think we're going to go for another lap under the safety car because Kluka hasn't caught up yet. Unless the safety car period stays out for a while and it doesn't get too wet, then maybe the slick runners could have a chance. But they are taking a gamble. They are taking a massive gamble. Like, I have no idea when the rain will stop. I've got no idea. But this is going to be quite interesting since we've got mixed conditions now into play here at Singapore. Yeah, that track has gone shinier. Look at that, all around. It is definitely getting quite moist on the surface. Yeah, it has definitely gotten worse. Whew. Yeah, I don't know. I'd probably say the interiors are going to be the way to go, because even not under full speed, Zionical looked like he was struggling around that corner of turn 7. Well, what Remsley needs to do really is be patient and wait for the right time, because the cars in front of him are going to struggle on those slick tires. He doesn't want to get involved in anything. Just needs to play it patient, play it smart. Alright, well, I guess now best of luck to the top 2. Because safety car's now in this lap. The track is quite moist. Gonna wait and see when does the Red Bull go. Yeah, you could see how shiny, how moist it is on the racetrack. It definitely is moist. That is for sure. Alright, well here we go. Best of luck. Around turn 17, and now it's at 18 and 19 to start again here at Singapore. We're back under green. And Whisper nearly puts it into the pit wall at the exit of the final corner. He gets ahead, but now he's going to lose a position to Rockstar around the outside. He now takes second position away as Whisper is still struggling on those tires. Yeah, now the spray is coming more evident. Zyarkle's also struggling. He pulls alongside. Oh, that is a very awkward spot. You need to really get out of the way. Oh my goodness. Yep, Zyarkle's gamble did not pay off. As we head up towards now turn 7. Ramsey gets by Whisper, and same with Camden Luca. He's now back up to 3rd, but he's got a 3-second time penalty. Lion. Oh no, his Whisper goes into the wall. He's out of the race. Safety car number 3 has come out, or number 2 has come out. Oh, that is safety car number 3. Oh, you are joking. Another safety car has now come out. A 3rd one of this race. Whisper throwing his car into the wall at turn 8. No grip whatsoever on those hards. Out of the race there on lap 20. And we're back under another safety car conditions. Rockstar is now your race leader. Where on earth did this come from? Yeah, thanks to Whisper's little moment at the final corner. And Remsley nearly got collected by that too. Gave Rockstar the opportunity to move past, and now he's in a position to be in the race lead. Well, he is in the race lead, I should say. Rockstar doesn't go in. They were trying to fake each other out. Yeah, they won't bother going in. Don't need to bother going in for another set of tires. Oh no. Oh no, that is something for Whisper. I'm sorry to say that. Zyarkle, why is he is still out there on those hards? My guy, just pitted, give it up. You're not going to progress any further on those tires. He should have pitted when he had the chance, and well, evidently he didn't do that, did he? Gee whiz. Well, at least I get a nice little aerial shot looking over the Singapore Slane Lane onto the Anderson Bridge. Is that the only like heli shot we get? If I remember. Actually, no. I think we also get it at turns 7 and 8. Yeah, then it cuts away into this shot. Laying down Esplanade. Alright. Aston Martin safety car leading a Aston Martin Formula 1 car. What an ironic thing to see. Now, what are the next races we've got? I'm going to look at the calendar real quick. Let me see. I think we've got after this Kota? Yeah, Kota, and then Las Vegas. And then the final round is at Interlagos. Yeah, and that also will be 100% for anybody that's in the Platinum class. Oh, I just seen this on the league-wide chat. Forza put up a photo. I think this is what, Checo's helmet for Mexico this weekend. That looks really sick. I like that. Now watch that be an add-on for for next week's. What is it called? The Pro Challenge or something like that, where you have to like beat the certain time to get the helmet or livery that you want. Alright. So when will the safety car should be in now? Yep, there we go. Safety car is back in this lap. Alright. So it will be now Rockstar leading the field. And we'll get back under green flag conditions. Zionical though, it's still out there on those hards. I have no idea what his game plan is, but I wish him luck, because he's going to need it. Wait for Rockstar to drop the hammer, get going. Hasn't gone yet, hasn't gone yet. He'll go around the final corner. There you go. We're back under green. Once again here at Singapore. Rockstar covers the inside line, cuts back onto the racing line to cover off Remsley. Kluck overtakes his teammate. That is for 9th. Not surprising. Oh dear, as Rockstar nearly has a huge moment at the exit of turn 3. As they now head up towards turn 5. Oh, Remsley also having a bit of a moment there too. As they get their way through turn 6, trying to cope with these intermediate conditions. Canada Luca not far away from this battle either. He also goes a bit wide there at the exit of turn 7. Another moment there as well for Rockstar as Giggle now moves up to 5th. The man that was in last is in the top 5. Just about as he gets ahead of Sir Charles on the outside of turn 9. Good move there. Very risky move, but a move nonetheless. Rockstar under huge pressure from Remsley. He needs a good exit out of this corner. Doesn't really, he gets a little bit of wheel spin. Here he comes. He's not close enough there at turn 14. He'll try again down this stray here. He's got slipstream to play with. Rockstar trying to cover him off as Case gets a penalty. Rockstar defends. Very good defensive move. from Rockstar. Keeps the car behind. He's still in the lead. As they head around the final corner, Rockstar runs wide. That's going to give Remsley an opportunity. Rockstar defending hard, defending very hard. He still keeps the spot. Very good driving. Out of turn 3. Up towards now turn 4 and 5. They've also broken away from Camden Luca. Now Lyon moves back into 3rd. Ahead of him. What will Remsley line up? He is really, really close. Again, same story. Isn't close, but a slide from the Aston. And a run from the Alpine. Aston Martin covers the inside and plants the car beautifully. That is very good defensive driving. Even with a little bit of mistakes, Rockstar still keeps the lead by just putting the car in the right spots at the right time. But with this little battle, that's now bringing Lyon back into the mix. Around 13. Oh, Lyon running very wide at the exit of that corner as they make their way up towards turn 14. Again, down this straight here. Remsley really, really close. He'll have slipstream. The rain has also stopped. There is no more raindrops on the camera lens of the Halo. Now it's a matter of time for when everyone just go back onto the slicks. I would imagine, though, they go onto the... Oh, my goodness! That was so close to nearly getting into a disaster between Rockstar and Remsley as he goes into the pits. He's going to go onto the slicks to the end of the race from here. I don't know if that's the right call. I think that might be a bit too early, if I'm totally honest. Slick tires as well for Giggle, too. So everyone's coming in for softs. Actually, the track has gotten drier, and as you can see, too. Actually, this could play into Zionical's hands here. Now that I think about it. And he's actually getting time to the intermediate runners. There you go, Rockstar on the soft tire, but he's 14.9 seconds behind Zionical. He's going to have to absolutely send it here. The top 4, though, I think they're on the back foot in this situation. The track has dried up. But no DRS has been enabled yet. So Charles gets by Giggle. Oh my goodness, they go off the track there. Both of them go off the track. As Giggle stays in front, lock up there from the Aston Martin. But gets through into turn 8. Now he gets by up to 7th place. Yeah, it's time to go on to the slicks. But these guys are gonna be shafted here once they get into the pit lane. Absolutely shafted. Zionical has played this, I don't know how, but he played this magnificently. Yellow flags as one of the Alpines missed the pit lane. That's Remsley that's missed the pit lane. He's lost time too. He's going to have to go another lap on the intermediates. He's completely missed the pit lane. His teammate's in, Ken Lucas in, and Case is in. Zionical's in P2 now. And he's going to close up rapidly on the Alpine. It's only 4.9 seconds. Rockstar now moves up to 3rd position. Question is Rockstar going to have enough time to catch up to Zionical? He's only got a 3-second penalty. He needs to get within that 3 seconds if he wants to get the win off of him. Remsley, though, is not in a great spot at all. He's being hunted down by a menacing Red Bull right behind him. And he's closing in on him by a rapid rate of knots. The gap right now is 2.5 seconds. His mistake missing the pit lane has cost him big time. There is the Red Bull. There is the Alpine sliding around at the exit of turn 13. And he lets the Red Bull through. And he moves into the race lead. Zionical now takes the lead of the race. with just 6 laps to go. Can you believe this? What an absolutely mesmerizing race so far in these mixed weather conditions. Ramsley goes into pit lane. He'll try that again, and this time he does succeed and shoots himself in the foot. A 5-second penalty for speeding and retires. I'm very shocked by that. He should have kept going. He still would have had a chance for something. But no, he elects to retire. Well, this has given Lyon a golden opportunity to extend the lead, but it's not to get the championship. He needs to gain 2 more spots to do that. Keep your eyes on the gap on the top 2. It's 9.7 seconds. Rockstar is going to be pushing hard to catch up. Camden on the outside. Oh, that's late braking contact as well between the 2 cars as Ramsey leaves the session. Giggle not giving up there at turn 7, but I think that was a bit rougher than you would think. Rockstar really has got to set it. He needs to close in by a couple of seconds a lap if he wants a chance for a race win, as Camden Luca goes wide. Raikkonen looking to the outside of his teammate, and he just lets him through. Doesn't want to bother fighting. He had the poor run. He was like, no, just go ahead. Just go ahead. I won't bother. As Kluka gets himself a 3-second penalty. And everybody will score points, of course, in this race. I cannot believe that. This guy was going to be on the back foot. Out of all this, he's in the race leads article. How on earth has that happened? That is... Considering the fact, after the... Not the last safety car, but the one before that, he was so on the back foot. He would have had no chance of winning. But now he has his chance of getting his first win in Golden Class. Rockstar can too if he can close up. He needs to close in by another 3.5 seconds if he wants to have any sort of chance. Oh, I'm sorry, 4.5 seconds. My bad. Not 3.5 seconds. Me doing math poorly. Yeah, I think the top 5 could be set. Not the lead, though, considering that Rockstar can still try to catch up. Oh, Zynocle makes a mistake. He runs wide and he costs himself, I think, a bit of time out of that final corner. Rockstar sets the fastest lap. Look at the battery as well. He's got none left. Zynocle has barely any left, too. Lyon's got plenty. He's got 57%. I don't think that he'll be close enough, though, in a position to get Zynocle. But he definitely will be locked in, I think, for a podium. But it's definitely not going to be the case that he will clinch the championship. Unless something happens to these two. They've got 3 more laps to go. The gap is 5.5 seconds. Gandaluca now overtakes Skiggle there. That's at turn 6 on Raffles Boulevard. Bit of weaving as well, I will say. The margin is 5.3 seconds. It's closing in some knots. It's going to come down to the last lap. Zynocle has been on those tires for 17 laps. Rockstar has been on those tires for almost 5 laps. He's definitely got the rubber advantage. Okay, Skiggle. Up to 14. Both with DRS. Oh, and rear locky for Giggle as he loses a spot. 2 spots, as a matter of fact. To Cakes and Kluka. It's 2 to go. The gap, 4.4 seconds. It's closing. Lion sets another fastest lap. He'll score 16, but like I said, not enough to get the championship. Raikkonen up, closing on Sir Charles. The gap is 4 seconds. It's closing still in this race. If Zionicle would have got a 3-second penalty, he definitely would be in a spot to win this by just enough. Yellow flags in sector 1. Wonder what that was for. Probably Giggle, I guess, because he's dropped back a bit further. Alright, 3.5 seconds is the margin. 3.4 as Sir Charles gets a penalty. That's going to lock Raikkonen in for 4th then. .4 seconds. Giggle retires. He's crashed at turn 8. That's enough for the Ferrari. Both Ferraris are not scoring anything. Actually, I think Giggle might be classified. So maybe he will score something. It's 3.4. It's going to come down to this. Is it going to be Zionicle or is it going to be Rockstar? Who will get their first win in Golden Class? Here we go. Final lap. Lap 31 of 31 here at Singapore. The gap is at 3 seconds. There's no battery left, but I think Rockstar still has enough grip on those soft tires, at least to manage the gap. Zionicle has been on those tires for nearly 20 laps. It's a superb effort, but unfortunately I feel like it's going to be a superb effort that might be faltered here. Meanwhile, the battle for 4th. Raikkonen should be able to get past the Aston Martin. That Aston's got straight line speed, too. There you go. So Charles doesn't fight that. 2.8 seconds. 2.9. It's so close between these two. Cam to look at 3-second penalty, multiple warnings. 2.6 though between the top two. 2.5. He's in that range. Out of turn 13. He just needs to get through the final few turns of the racetrack. That's all Rockstar needs to do. He's got enough life in those tires. Oh, it's so unfortunate for Zionicle. If he did not get that penalty, he would have been in line for the win. That is so unfortunate. But yeah, out of the final 2 turns. Zionicle will cross the line first, but he will not win the Grand Prix. This is the Grand Prix winner. Rockstar will win the Singapore Grand Prix by 6.5 tenths at the line. Lion will finish in 3rd, extend his championship lead. Raikkonen in 4th, and Sir Charles will finish in 5th. A brilliant effort though from Zionicle though. 20 laps on those tires. But yeah, if it had not been for that lap safety car, he would have been absolutely screwed. He's very fortunate though, he managed to get through. It's Rockstar's driver of the day. That's a funny photo. Oh my gosh. But there's your race winner. So, Rockstar wins on penalties. What a superb win for him. His first of Golden Class, I believe. Zionicle's first podium in Golden Class, and GTR Lion will claim 3rd and extend his lead. The unofficial results. That photo's too funny. The unofficial results of this Singapore Grand Prix. Rockstar will win. Will take the victory here at Singapore. Zionicle 2nd, and Lion will claim 3rd. While Raikkonen, Sir Charles, Cakes, Cam DeLuca, Kluka, Giggle, Remsley, Whisper, and Rizzy. Rounds it all off. Wow. Actually, no, if you want to count the sprint, if I'm correct, Rockstar did get a podium there. Actually, no, he never got a... Wait, no, I wasn't going to look for podium. I think it was look for if he got a race win. Yeah, I don't think he has. So yeah, no, this is his first race win of Golden Class. Yeah, no, that's superb. Great effort. What a weird race it was. That is for sure. Yeah. I'll go ahead and where's my phone? I need to transfer over to the comms don't join chat. Yeah, we had drama, we had action. We kind of had all the above, really. But one saying I heard, it doesn't matter about the size of the field, it's about the quality of it all. I mean, of course we did have incidents here and there as well, but still. Nevertheless, it was... it was just a weird race. Yeah, I just... I just couldn't believe... Zyoko almost pulled off what was... the most interesting strategy I think I've ever seen in my entire life. Yeah, because I have never... Yeah, never have I ever seen that. Ever. In terms of someone that stayed on the slick tires whilst it was raining and then gets saved by another safety car. It's just waiting on the podium sitters. Hopefully they'll join. I haven't heard anything. I haven't said anything, at least. Oh, hang on a minute. Wait, I am in the comms join chat, am I? I should be. Yeah. Okay, I was just making sure. I thought my PS5 on the menu said I was not. Alright, well... I guess... no one's gonna come in? If no one's coming in, then I might as well just wrap up the stream. Yeah, because normally there'll be people coming in for the comms don't join chat. Although in fairness, like... I don't like using Discord because, well, it's mainly the problem is just having the PC play. Not that I'm against it. I'm saying it's a bit difficult, if that makes any sense. Yeah, it's more easier if you have PS players. Well, because I'm a PlayStation, not PC or Xbox. Alright, well... I guess no one's coming in, so... I guess that's it. So... yeah. That's that here for Golden Class. A very interesting and chaotic, dramatic Singapore Grand Prix. Ended with quite a bang, I'd say. But congratulations to our race winner Rockstar for his efforts. A great job on the last bit of the race. Cycle. What could have been, man? Pulled off 20 laps on the hard compound tires. Just wasn't good. Just only thing that kept him out was just because of penalties. But still, a mighty effort indeed. And then, of course, our championship leader, GTR Lion. Fantastic race. Had a bit of mishaps with the safety cars, that being the double stacks and whatnot, but still managed to get in third and, well, pulled it off and extend his lead even further. And I think with that, I think he'll be able to, he could try to clinch the championship by outscoring his teammate by, I think, 9 points or more now at Kota. But we'll wait and see what happens. But until then, I have been K1997. Thank you very much for watching. And we will see you once again next week for round 13 of the championship at the Circuit of the Americas in Austin, Texas for the US Grand Prix. Until then, it's goodbye. And also, tomorrow we'll have Platinum class as well for Singapore. Same time as the same start time as we had before. So make sure to tune in for that. Take care and goodbye.